Hey everybody, Roy427 here, and welcome to a new series of Redstone tutorials. I am not great at Redstone, nor do I perceive myself to be, but I figured, I do know a few things about Redstone, and I'd try and do some tutorials. So we are on a map called Redstone Ready right now. That is one of the preset superflats. If you're wondering why I'm using this one, if you look red against this like tannish yellow background, has a lot of contrast and it helps you see the redstone easier, so that is pretty helpful. And yeah, so in my last episode last thing I uploaded about the spook stream, that never happened because me sucking at keeping things working. In other words, my headphone jack does not work and there was too much echo. But if you wondered how I did the little machine gun villager, the squillager machine, what you do is you take 3 redstone torches, 4 of any type of block that does not activate with redstone, such as pistons or any of these. TNT would be the worst, I assume. And what you do is you throw 1 redstone right here, and it blinks. You'll hear the torches going out like that a lot. So you're going to want to turn down your sound a little bit. And then you're going to want to turn it down just a little bit more. And you're going to want to take this. And yeah, this is a really, I think this is the fastest type of timer you could make. It's known as a timer 1. And it's still, the signal does, I believe it still does go through just as fast through a repeater. And the way to make a slower timer, if we just jog over here, not in real life, I'm lazy, you can make a lag spike. Let's turn this thing off. But you can make a slower timer over here. I'm not gonna make it super clean looking or anything. Just this, pretty simple. And then you set you set them a little bit slower to make it as slow as you want. What you do is you want to take a lever. You want to click it once really fast, and you can make a lag spike. You can make a lag spike because, okay, so yeah, see, it's slower. It goes every like 1 or 2 seconds. 1,000. Oh, yeah, it's about a little bit under 1 second. And yeah, you're probably wondering, how will this be useful for you? Well, I will show you with a few contraptions I will set up now. Okay, guys, I have my settings up for this part. Here is the first contraption you can make to that's useful with this little fast timer, or any timer truly, is a little anti get in my house or self home defense system, where if somebody tries to get in, they're going to get completely barraged with fire and all sorts of other stuff. You are going to want to, I'm actually going to shut this off really quickly, because that is starting to lag me. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. But I'm probably gonna end up corrupting this world at one point. Guess what episode I corrupted? If you get this right, I'll leave your name in the description for a video. But you're gonna want to put some oh jeez. Oh my gosh. How many arrows did it shoot? Yeah, it shoots like 2 arrows per second. So, yeah. Trying to see what's causing all the lag. I'm gonna reload the world really quickly. It appears to be fixed now. But yeah, that was a really fast home defense system. The reason I have these extra blocks here is so that, well, I forgot that fire charges do go off to the side sometimes. I don't know if it happens in single player, but if we fly out a ways, I don't know, I don't want to lose my contraption, but that if you shoot fire charges and they keep going past out of your render distance, they will, I know on servers, they will just stay there as floating entities until I think there is no way to remove them. Sorry about that, I'm drinking water. Yeah, there's that. And the reason I have this set up here, if we remove this, these 2 extra blocks here, is because if you don't have them, you set off the thing, and if I close the door, sorry, it will open up the door and close it. So yeah, that's why I have that there. Now I'm going to show you a few ways, or now I'm going to show you a few ways where you can make it a little bit more effective. We'll pop to that in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so a few ways that the way that I've further advanced this is by adding 2 little, whatever you want to call them, levers here. So when these power on, it sends a redstone signal that overpowers this one so it can't blink anymore, and just makes it so it stops blinking and shooting 2 thingies per second. And if you want to turn it on, all you do is boop, boop, and it machine guns. I still have not fixed that, sorry, that's why the door is flicking. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. And now time to flip over to the next way you can use this that isn't self-protection. Okay, so we are back with yet another contraption. Just let me grab a piece of bone. That's a space. But this is a little bit more of a helpful one than the last. Say you want a lot of red sheep or red dye or yellow dye or seeds, and you don't want to go actually farm. You want to just stay AFK without having to make, a crazy farm contraption for seeds. What you do is you make this. You get a timer set up. You place this, and then you put 3 pistons on each side. This could be bigger and better, but it isn't, so deal with it. But yeah, you can do that, and then if you just hold right click, this happens. Some will get stuck on the side, but there's really only a few ways to help that, and I don't want to take the time to do it right now. But yeah, see? Pretty simple. So yeah, we'll switch over to how you can make this contraption even better than it is, which isn't very great right now because they all fall down. You have to jump off to go grab them. And cut! So guys, this is what the finished contraption looks like. We'll break down really quickly and jump down. See down here, there's water, so the items or the stuff, when it falls down, it will just float. It will just flow down and land in the little hopper that I have set up there. At the end of the video, if you don't know how to use hoppers already, I will show you how. Hopefully that doesn't cause it. I don't think items can fit through that, at least naturally, without me trying to make them fit through there. But and we'll see if we run really quickly. There's a lot more advancements you could put on this machine, but I just didn't take the time to do it because I'm trying to get this done before 10 tonight, which it's 9:25 right now, and it started at 8:50. So this is unfortunately the flower duplicator machine does take at least a silk touch pick or a lot of pistons to move the grass up this high, or you just make it underneath. It does take a lot more redstone than the arrow shooter, but the arrow shooter did take a lot of arrows but it didn't have to. If you're wondering why, if you'll see here, this thing, it will do something I will show you soon. And if you're wondering why this one goes nowhere, yet it does have a repeater, this redstone power does reach this point, but these two would be off-timed and it would be like, opposite, so just one side would come in at a time and they'd go back and forth. And, it wouldn't look too hot, because it would be, you'd only do one side at a time. So, yeah, there's that. Now, if we just really quickly grab this, I'm going to show you really quickly. To make this work a little bit better, you're going to want to go into your options, your controls, and where it says use item, bind that to a key you don't already use. Okay? You got it? So I'm going to grab this, and I'm trying to right click, but it won't work. Place one down here. You drop down here. Oh, that's wrong. Right, please let me. Oops. Do that. But now if you hit H, or whatever key you binded it to, and hit Alt, or there's some way to do it, but you can just, well, I don't think it's Alt anymore, but you can tab it to there, and maybe you can put a weight on it or something, and they'll fall down. You want to have your mouse pointed to one side. The reason mine wasn't working is because it was pointed towards, you know, the wrong side, or yeah, in the wrong area. So, you know, this happens, and even though it does seem to be, because I'm in creative, it's doing this. Let me hop into game mode 0, and I'll show you what this dispenser is for. Okay, so now you see that it drops one as soon as you place it. So you can leave this AFK for the time it takes to use up 9 stacks, and then thank you, car, with a lot of bass. But you'll see that it keeps feeding you at the same rate that this thing's, you know, pops out grass and stuff. So, alright, throws you one is the rate, at the rate you use one, and the machine moves. So you will never run out until the 9 stacks up there run out. There is a way to fit in a lot more, so you can have like thousands of stacks, but, you know, who really needs that many flowers? So now we'll stop this, rebind, use to my right click, and there we go. We're gonna just hop up here, and this just makes it so you can, oh my gosh, stop it, stop, I will tell on you. There we go. Stop that so it's, you know, done spurting out all these. If we go down here, maybe we've been going for like maybe a minute or two. We look, we've got 17 red roses, 22 flowers, and 55 seeds. Now, wait a second. I know I dropped that block. What are you doing in here? Now we are going on to the next contraption, and zoom. Okay, so we are back, and you'll see here that I have something set up, and you're gonna be like, hey, Roy, that's a lot of doors. I'm gonna be like, yeah. You wanna know what they're for? This is what is known as a noise machine. Before I get this actually started up, I'm going to add, you know, 2 more levels because it seems adequate. Just a few facts you want to know about this. After you put a repeat, this is probably the best way to build it, other than maybe you could move this thing like to here. But after you put the repeater, you can go 14 blocks away because redstone source goes 15 blocks. So yeah, with the way I have it set up now. But then again, you could also be smart and just start out with 1 redstone here, and repeater here. But I didn't, so yeah. We'll switch over to Roy in the future when he has this thing all set up, and you're gonna hear the sound. This Roy will not be talking because he does. Yeah, the doors are gonna be louder than him. Pop. Okay, so you'll notice that is really loud, and the sound actually does change between levels. I think 3 is just the maximum, and any more is just obscure noises. Well, it's already obscure noises. But, you know, it gets louder and... I'm trying to record, God! Shut up! Rude. But yeah, so I think, in my opinion, the first one is the most annoying, because if you listen just once, you still hear the actual door itself open with like that sound. That sound, I mean, instead of just a because the sounds are trying to overlap each other, and that one's actually a long loop sound, or long loop of sounds. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Another thing I'd like to mention is you'll notice that if you do decide to do this, you could just simply set up 3 repeat arrows, and you know, place a little wire here. No, there. Oh, sorry, because I'm just walking around everywhere, I guess, with redstone today. But if you notice, it'll actually still do that and not actually lock up. I think it used to, but it won't lock up. The reason I do have it set up with the alternating redstone repeater, is because it's less resource intensive, and if you're like trying to play survival and your friend goes AFK for like 30 minutes or something, it's less resource intensive or extensive. I don't know what the word will be once I can drink the water. But you can do that, and plus it makes more sounds because they're opening at different times, which makes it a more consistent amount of sound. Because if you look just between a repeater and a piece of redstone, the piece of redstone will actually, I don't know if you can see that. See how they... Oops. But if I don't know if you can see that. I know you can definitely hear it. It sounds like this one moves just half a second slower than this one. So it's like having 2 sounds going on at the same time, or at different times, instead of just one sound going on out at once. And yeah. So now I'm gonna give my whole spiel about what I've been planning for the end. If you think you can make a better contraption with this that's more useful than what I've made here, which is a trolling, self-defense, and you know, actually true helpful one, then tell me in the comments you made one that is better. Tell me what it is and how it works, and then I'll go check out your channel. And if I agree that it is better, I'll leave a link in your description and a shout out after a video after I see it. You can only have a week to do this, so try and get it in soon if you do want to participate. And yeah, so if you can build something with the same timer, or you can make better advancements to these ones with the timer, then feel free. So thank you guys for watching. And I'm gonna go do a sprint map because I found out and I enjoyed that a lot more than I had figured. And boop, thanks for watching.
Hey guys, thank you for watching the video. I really appreciate the views. I'd appreciate it even more if you'd feel free to, you know, take a few seconds and leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you truly did like the video. And I'm trying to get partnered, so that would help a ton. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.